Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Marky Saxton cutting through the lane, hits the layup, beautifully run play.
High school basketball plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports, bringing you the best of the York Adams League all season.
Chip a deep three, it's good. Trey Shiflett with the tray at the buzzer.
Now, let's head out to the action with a call of tonight's game. Here's Truman.
Evening and welcome to the Girls York Adams League Championship game for 2017 from the Grumbacher Center at York College. It's the Colonials of New Oxford and the Panthers of Central York. Ron Rubin along with Andy Bria here tonight. Leif Johnson on the video for game time, and Jim Harden making sure everything works well back at the station for us. Andy, these are two teams that played twice this year, and they weren't close. Central won the first one by 29 and the second one by 25. But this, you never know, and we were both impressed with New Oxford the other night against Alone.
I was impressed with them. I really thought they played well. They're well coached, disciplined. It's tough to beat a team 3 times in the same year. Okay, so that being said, Central is the more veteran team.
Oh yeah,
they've been in the big lights before. You got a New Oxford team they can play, but
yeah.
this is a big spot, and
yeah.
the coaching staff and you got some kids there. You got some guys down there that have been there. Megan Stewart sitting on the bench. She's been in the big lights. And I said to her before the game we were down there talking, I hope you pass some of that experience on to your girls, because that's the thing you got to go overcome is that.
Yeah. Well, in a game like this, Andy, Central was here last year. They lost, if you were listening or watching, by 1 point at the end to Red Lion.
Yeah, good shot.
Exactly. And so they've been here. They know what it's all about. They are the veterans. New Oxford, as their coach told us before the game last week, they haven't even been in the playoffs for 7 years. So a team like that can react in one of two ways. I mean, frankly, they're expected to lose. So they can come out and lose. I think if a team like that, if New Oxford comes out, plays well, first 4 minutes, hits some shots, hits a couple threes, they might catch fire and think, hey, this isn't so tough, and then they dig in for the game. If they come out in the first few minutes, they get down, 12-3 or whatever. It could be tough.
That's my key. That's one of my keys anyway coming in, and I was thinking about it today. That first 8 minutes is crucial for the Colonials.
Right.
If they, like you said, even if they can keep it to a 5 or 6 point
deficit, as long as they're in there and playing
they're in there playing, all of a sudden,
yep.
You can move the pressure. Pressure right now, I think, is all on Central.
Yeah, all right, I agree.
So,
they're
sudden, they come out and the Colonials start making a game of it, or like the other night, Valencia got in foul trouble. Preston got in foul trouble. That was a different basket. When those two came back on the floor, all of a sudden everything opened up. So, the way Central can run, New Oxford likes to run, they like to hit the threes with this backdrop and this big floor. If they can get that down, they can give them trouble with those threes. One of his things, Scott's things is, he wants all contested threes. That's easier said than done.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see. It is the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. New Oxford Central Girls League Championship tomorrow, 6:25 airtime. Central and Northeastern boys for all the marbles. So make sure you're with us. Take a break, come back. Andy talks with the head coaches after this.
Penn State York. Great. Small questions. Personal attention. Even if you're not sure what you want to do, Penn State York can help you choose the class, the course, the program, the certificate, seminar, or degree you want. Penn State York offers 9 4-year bachelor degrees you can complete without leaving the area. There are also 7 associate degrees. You can also begin the first 2 years of more than 160 Penn State majors right here in York. No matter what class you take, the national reputation of Penn State will you throughout your career. Call Penn State York for a brochure. 771-4040. That's 771-4040.
It's a family tradition. Their family name Burgers Appliance in South York is York's hometown appliance store for more than 50 years. You get it all with top brand names like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, plus huge selections, great values, and unmatchable service after the sale. That's why Romberger's was voted the #1 family-owned appliance store by the people of York County. Associated with the largest buying group nationwide, gives them the purchasing power to pass the savings on to you. Their professional sales staff will only sell you what you need and at the best prices too. With the best service and delivery, low prices, and a huge selection, it's a family tradition. Remember, if Romberger sells it, Romberger services it. Always above the rest in customer service. 190 Reynolds Mill Road, Leader Heights area of York. So before you buy anywhere else, shop Romberger's Appliances first. Your one-stop, low-overhead store where big savings are to be had every time. Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for the way it's made.
Golfers, Briarwood is now accepting registrations for the 2017 Evening Golf League season. The Monday through Friday evening leagues consist of two-player teams playing against teams of similar abilities with handicaps. Friday evening offers a two-person couple scrambles league and a two-person men's league. Regular season matches begin the week of April 3rd, then continue the middle of August with playoffs immediately following. Leagues start play at 5:30 with a shotgun start. Briarwood leagues offer the most course variety with 4 different nines at Briarwood East and West. Briarwood has over 25 years of experience running leagues providing fun and enjoyment for all golfers. Before your round, warm up on Briarwood's driving range. After play, relax with friends and enjoy yourself at the Briar Patch Sports Bar. Check out the new and used equipment to improve your game at their well-stocked Discount Pro Shop. Briarwood's PGA professionals will fit you to a tee. Join the fun. Call 792-9776 to register your team for the area's golf leagues at Briarwood. Or check us out on the web at briarwoodgolfclubs.com.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. Tonight we're at the Grombacher Center at York College for the Girls YAIAA Championship that will feature the #3 seed coming in the New Oxford Colonials against the 1 seed, the Central York Panthers. And with me now is the second-year coach of the Colonials, James Kunkel. Coach, I tell you, first time I got to look at your kids was the other night, and boy, they impressed me. They're well disciplined, they're well coached. You know, talk a little bit about coming here tonight, man, and playing for its first championship in a long time, I would imagine.
Yes, I believe this is the first time New Oxford is going to a championship game in the girls basketball program since they joined the YAIAA.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But as far as the discipline and well coached, it starts with them, though. I mean, we tell them it's their team. We're just leading them the way, but it's their team, and we have a great group of girls that are unselfish and play as a unit.
You're coming up against a Central team that's kind of the same, almost a mirror image. They'll get out and run a little bit, but they got this kid Saxon, and I mean, you got some players. I mean, I like the Luckenbowl kid. The Still kid was draining threes. I watched you make 8 in a row before the game started. Somebody told me you don't shoot a lot of threes. Well, not by what I saw, you know. I mean, talk about the challenge though of playing Saxon in Central.
Well, Saxon's just a downright all-around player in the league, and I mean, last year to this year she improved on her outside shooting, and we played the drive with her contender shots, but if we focus on her, we're also letting up on Nixon and Preston, who are the other two of the big three, and you can't do that. I think the one game all three of them had double-doubles against us, and we just have to focus and play good defense.
You know, I don't know who your stars are. I really don't. And to me, it looked like through 5, 6, 7 kids, it didn't fall off much when you sub. You got a lot of faith in going down a bench like that, and they all play well, it seems.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing we did last year. First year took half a season for them to understand our program, what we wanted to do, but we believe in try to get everyone in as much as we can, because the future of the program is there too. I can't just pigeonhole 5 or 6 girls, because that's going to hurt us in the long run, but I mean, I have no problem going even 9 deep or whatever. I mean, I was lucky to get all the girls in there and get a little taste of county playoffs last game.
Give me a couple of keys, Coach. You got to do well tonight to be cutting down the nets.
Oh, absolutely. We just more or less have to play almost a flawless game against Central. If we come out and play our game and they play their game, it should be a great game, hopefully a competitive game, and we'll just mix things up this time around. And we're going to just throw everything at them as much as we can.
Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back with more of our pregame show right after this on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Excuse me, I've never shopped here before. Which way to the deli counter?
Never shopped at Jerry's Great Value? I love this place. I'm practically Jerry's best friend. Selfie smile. Perfect. Thank you.
Do I know you?
Maybe you know my wonderful World with Jerry's Facebook page?
No. I'll find a deli myself.
Here's a selfie of me and Jerry at the deli. That's me holding Jerry's out of this world chicken salad.
I don't see it, Jerry. You're alone.
Here's me trying to decide on one of Jerry's ready-to-go home-style prepared meals. See there? Lasagna, barbecue.
But no Jerry.
Well, Jerry's a busy guy. He smokes his own meats. In fact, here's one of me inside Jerry's smokehouse.
That's Jerry coming behind you?
No, that's security. Turns out nobody's supposed to go inside Jerry's smokehouse.
He looks angry.
Those guys don't fool around.
Is that a selfie of you and Jerry at the checkout?
Yep, with my Jerry's Rewards card.
Oh, Jerry's Rewards. The points never expire, right? That's why I decided to shop Jerry's Great Value.
What are you, Jerry's best friend now?
Oh, well, no.
Man, try to help a guy find the deli and bam!
I should have found the customer service desk first.
Customer service? I got a selfie of me and Jerry at customer service.
Oh, boy.
Everybody's happy at Jerry's. That's right!
Hey, Dad, what's with all these papers and stuff?
Well, you're starting college in 2 weeks, and I'm doing some homework. Cramming to find a college loan to pay the rest of your tuition. I'm afraid it's going to be an all-nighter, honey.
I wanted to talk to you about that, Dad. I think a student choice loan with York Educational FCU would be the best way to go.
YEFCU? We got a mortgage through them. Great rate, and I love the fact that they have free bill payer, but student loans?
Yeah, YEFCU student choice loan pays for my cost of attendance at York College or most other four-year schools, minus the financial aid I already received. The student choice loan would take care of tuition, books, room and board, all that stuff. But the best part is that YEFCU student choice loan is a one-time application. That means next year, I just tell them how much I need, and they'll disperse the money right to the school.
So we don't have to reapply every year?
Nope, so step away from the homework, Dad. A student choice loan is the best move we can make.
So we're not staying up all night? Oh. Did I ever tell you about the night I did an entire term paper in one night with an old typewriter and no correction ribbon?
What's a typewriter?
York Educational Federal Credit Union, 1601 South Queen Street, York. Apply online at yefcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. With me now is Scott Wisner, the coach of the Central York Panthers. Coach, congratulations on getting here. You're bringing a good bunch in. Talk a little bit about, being in the championship game tonight.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. And obviously, it's been our goal since day one. Haven't been here last year and just come up just a little bit short. So the kids have worked really hard to get back here. They're very excited. I know we're prepared, so we're looking forward to a great game tonight.
I was watching you the other night, Valenchik, and you got some foul trouble down, I think, the Preston girl in the second quarter. But, man, you came out in the third quarter, boy, and you guys just lit it up. But Emerson was amazing. Talk about her leadership on this ball club.
Yeah, again, Emma took over the leadership role last year, really. We had a couple seniors last year, but Emma was really kind of the leader on the court. She's just grown this year, expanded her game, has been a leader for the entire team, does everything for us. She's so valuable, so versatile. She's been a great team.
Does the big floor help you guys, you think, Scott?
I don't think it makes a huge difference. It's very difficult to transition to trying to do any pressing game here when you're not used to that. So I think both teams will probably have trouble with that. It'll be maybe a little hesitant to go there. So I think having the experience of being here last year, at least we understand what it's like, and it does help us on the offensive end because we like to spread the floor anyway. So it could be a little bit of an advantage for us there.
A couple of keys you got to do well to be cutting down he's cutting down the nets at the end of the night, Coach.
First thing is to limit the open threes that the Colonials get. Hopefully not give them any clear, uncontested threes. So make sure that we are doing that. And then secondly, just crashing the boards. I think if we can control, limit their success at the three-point line, we're going to be in good shape.
Good luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back with more of our pre-show right after this on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 by 83. We cannot tell a lie. Nobody does a President's Day sale like Smith Village Home Furnishings.
Come to the Village, Smith Village, where comfort and style are coming home.
Don't miss your chance to get in on a huge selection of savings. Get a 3-piece sectional, $12.99. A power reclining sofa, only $8.99. A beautiful 6-piece bedroom group, now $9.99. Comfy Serta mattress sets, now just $4.57. The savings you'll find in every department are nothing short of monumental. Many of these items are at their lowest prices ever. So come to Smith Village now and exercise your right to save. Plus, just for this sale, Smith Village is offering 3-year special financing. Or take an extra discount off Smith Village's lowest sale prices. See store for details. Fellow citizens, the time is now. Step into the Smith Village showroom. Feel the comfort, see the style, cash in on the savings. Hurry, sale ends February 26th. Shop the incredible President's Day sale going on now at Smith Village in Jacobus. Just 5 minutes off the Leader Heights exit of I-83.
See the selection at smithvillage.com.
Ford celebrates 40 years of leadership, and that means Bayshore and Kohler Ford is celebrating all Ford owners with big savings. Here's a new 2017 Ford Fusion S with total savings off MSRP of $4,301 in discounts and Ford rebates. Sale price now $19,209. Total savings $4,301. Here's a new 2016 Ford Focus 4-door sedan S with total savings of $7,280 in dealer discounts and Ford rebates off MSRP. Sale price $11,915. Total savings $7,280. Hurry, these offers will end soon. 40 years of leadership mean 40 years of loyal owners like you. If you can get the same vehicle at a better price with superior personal service, why would you buy anywhere else? Get more. Be sure at Bayshore and Kohler Ford in Manchester. Just 3.5 miles from York and 15 minutes from Edders. Offers end February 28th.
Bayshore and Kohler, get more at Bayshore at Bayshore.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And back at the Grumbacher Center, Ron Ruman and Andrea here getting ready for the New Oxford and Central girls for the league game tomorrow night. 6:25 will be on with Central and Northeastern the boys. They split during the regular season, Andy. Northeastern won on the road, then Central won around the stretch. So, both teams getting good wins in the semifinals last night. That should be an interesting contest tomorrow.
I think so. I think they might be well. And, I like the fact that we're going to have a rubber match.
Yeah,
okay?
Right.
And, they'll both come in here feeling good. The big floor it's not going to be an issue for these guys. We've got athletes on both sides.
Right.
foul trouble, I think, could be an issue on the Northeastern side, but, foul trouble can be an issue for everybody.
Right.
But
yeah.
I really expected, I don't know, nip and tuck all the way down, I think. I think it comes down to the last 2 minutes.
It did last night for Northeastern and York Catholic.
Really?
And frankly, the Spring Grove game to the last about 90 seconds was competitive with the Central.
Go back to that York Catholic game and taking nothing away from Northeastern. I just couldn't get it. I mean, we stood there and watched it, and my big point guard down there, Megan Stewart for me, and you got Emma Saxon out here. The Forging kid, had they won, I would have had him, even though he had only 4 points, I'd have had him as player of the game. He had 8 assists.
He
had 8 assists, but I don't understand the lack of shooting.
Yeah, he really didn't look at the hoop other than he made 1 3, and I think he shot one other time.
If you remember, one of my keys in the beginning was Andrew Fortune needs to score.
Right.
I'll tell you what, he scores 8 points, they win.
Yeah, and he was in his earlier years, he scored more.
I don't understand, so it'll be interesting to see.
It will.
It's going to be a great game.
All right, that's tomorrow, 6:25, Northeastern Central for the boys' championship. We're going to take a break, come back, have our starting lineups on the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine after this.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your ship together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Here's something everyone needs to think about. Who helps prepare your taxes? Is it the same person who gives you investment advice? It probably should be. It should be someone who knows how to get the best return on both. Someone like Jeff Zunick with Zunick Advisory Services.
Hi, I'm Jeff Zunick, a longtime York County resident with over 25 years in the financial services field. A lot of folks come to me for the first time simply because their taxes get a little too complicated. They've often been doing it themselves or turning to one of those brand name services. I start by helping with their taxes, of course, but then as we look at their savings, I'm able to help even more. After all, how you invest your savings directly impacts the amount of taxes you pay. And who doesn't want to save more while paying less? Maybe I can help you. Call me, Jeff Zunick, right here in York at 764-8992.
Zunick Advisory Services, because your tax advisor should also be your investment advisor. Call Jeff at 764-8992.
When it comes to better vision, one name comes to mind. Weaver Eye Associates.
Here's what patients are saying about Weaver Eye Associates.
They're modern, updated. They have something for everybody. Very impressive. Very impressive. The technology is amazing.
I have the vision I have today, thanks to Dr. Weaver. They made my first time wearing glasses a very comfortable experience.
Great selection. They treat you really well.
I like that they're very nice.
My family doctor retired, and I was looking for a family atmosphere. And when I came to Weaver, that's what I found.
Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates in East York, West York, and Dallastown.
Our focus is on you. Weaver Eye Associates.
Visit us on the web at weavereye.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And we're back at the Grumbacher Center at York College. Ron Ruman and Andy Bria for the Girls League Championship for 2017, New Oxford and Central. So let's get our starting lineups tonight. First for the Colonials of New Oxford, coached by James Kunkel. They come in at 18-5, and they are the 3 seed out of Division I.
All right, number 21. She's a 5'9" senior forward. That's Caitlin Long. Number 15, a 5'8" senior forward, Haley Luckaball. Number 5, a 5'6" junior guard, Presley Berryhill. Number 4, a 5'5" senior guard, Brianne Salter. And number 11, a 5'5" senior guard, Haley Still.
All right, Long leads him 15 points a game. Luca bought 10.5, still 6, but Haley Still had 3 threes in that first quarter against Delone the other night, so she can light it up as well. As a team, the Colonials average 53.4, give up 43.6. The Central York Panthers, coached by Scott Wisner, they're 21-2 and the top seed out of Division I.
All right, number 20, she's a 5'9" senior guard. That's Emma Saxon. Number 11, a 5'9" junior forward, Nixon Valencia. Number 40, a 5'11" junior forward, Tiara Preston. Number 12, a 5'6" sophomore guard, Katie Fabry. And number 22, a 5'7" junior guard, Sarah Sepik.
And Saxton leads him in scoring at 15.5. Valencia right behind at 15.2, and Preston in double figures at 11.1. Sarah Sepik averages 6 a game, but she had 4 threes the other night and has 24 on the season, so she can fill it up too. The Panthers average 60.6, give up 37.5. All right, we're just a few minutes away from tip. We're going to take our final break, come back at the get Andy's final thoughts. And before we go, I just have to say one thing, though. Andy, this place is less than half full. And I got to say, shame on you, York County. This is the 18th championship. This is my 18th year. 18 championships, probably the last 10 here. And I've never seen this isn't even close to the fewest people I've seen before. And I'm not sure what the reason is. But, I know this isn't the guys, and it's a different game. But these young ladies work hard. They play hard. They've put in the time, and they're good. They're talented. And I think it's a darn shame that more people aren't here tonight to watch it. I'm sorry, but
how I feel about it.
Well,
I agree with you 100%. I mean, this is a shame that more people aren't coming out. These kids are athletes.
They are athletes.
I don't care about the gender. They work just as hard as the guys. And for somebody, when they say to me, well, it's not as fast or it's not as athletic, it's so much baloney, okay? These kids are play just the same game that the guys. Okay, they can't dunk it and stuff. Right. But I'm telling you what, to me, it's a pure game of basketball. Well,
it is. It's the game most of us older folks learned when in the 60s and 70s. But, I don't know. I mean, it hasn't been. Last year, it was, I don't know, it was necessarily a capacity crowd, but it was awfully close.
Right.
And so, I don't know. Well, anyhow, I think it's too bad. But we'll bring it to you. Glad you're listening. Glad you're watching. And we're going to have our opening tip and Andy's thoughts right after this.
Once a year, a treat so good. Tuesday, February 28th, get Fosnots made the old-fashioned way by Maple Donuts. Wonderful good, just like Grandma used to make. So hurry up once, because we're just making a limited batch. Then you won't be left out when them Fosnots get off. Come on now, once Tuesday, February 28th, while Maple Donuts and get your Fosnots. Oh, and P.S. From now to Tuesday at any Maple Donuts location. Pick up a box for your friends and family too. You hear? Maple Donuts. Why they taste right now. Maple Donuts.
Give the gift of relaxation with a gift card from Serenity Spa and Salon at Heritage Hills, the perfect place to unwind after the holidays. York's largest full-service spa and salon, Serenity Spa offers a wide variety of traditional spa services, including massages and facials, a full range of body treatments complete with a delectable scent of your choice, or create your very own package. Gift cards can be purchased at the salon located at 2700 Mount Rose Avenue or by going to serenityspayork.com.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days. Here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hellam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Your county, your team.
And we're back here at the Grumbacher Center, New Oxford and Central for the Girls League Championship for 2017. We're about to have the introduction of the starting lineups and our anthem. Andy, your thoughts. We've heard from both the coaches. What do you see as the keys tonight?
Well, for Central, they're the favorite. We were just talking about it. If Vegas put a line out, what do you think it'd be? 12 points. You said 12. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
It's probably a legitimate line for this game. That being said, Central's got to come out and play, okay? They were a big favorite the other night.
Right.
Got in foul trouble in the second quarter, and it hurt, okay?
Yeah.
And you can tell the difference between that and that they scored 11, I think, in the second quarter and doubled that in the third quarter.
Yeah, right.
When they blew it apart.
Yep.
So, they've got to come out and play their game, be disciplined. The other side of the coin, I think, for New Oxford is the big spot. Big spot, the big lights. If they can come out and settle in early, if they can survive the first 8 minutes, not get down big, be in the game, that's going to shift the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Takes the pressure off of them. Like, Coach said to me not in the interview, there's no pressure on them. I don't believe that. That's coach speak, but still, that's what you sell.
Yeah.
Okay, believe me. That's what you sell. So, I know.
You mean coaches are less than truthful?
Right.
Oh, no.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
But that's what you sell. So, if they can get settled in and not make the big mistake, and not give, turn over the ball, let Central get cruising, make this a puncher's duel. They got some weapons. I think Central's got to out-rebound them, which is something they could do very easily if they box out.
Yeah, right.
But, I give New Oxford a chance if they can hang in there the first 8 minutes.
Well, and I think we saw that over the years with the girls, when Red Lion was so dominant for all those years, and I think I saw it in games, be it regular season, be it playoffs, be it this, championship game here. The teams that, as you said, the teams that hung with them through the first quarter and the first half, when they got to the second half, those teams believed they could win that game, and and sometimes they did, or at least was a competitive game. The ones that Red Lion killed people, they got out big early, and by the 6 minutes, into the game, the other team didn't believe they could win anymore.
There's all kinds of things that can happen. You remember the year to Scott Nelson, he's down there right now. Hit Don Dimoff with the tee in the second quarter. That changed the whole. That changed the whole complexion of that game, because those Red Line teams, they lived off his energy on the sidelines. He did that for a reason, and he was good at it.
Right. Yes.
Okay, but you're right. It's, can you get comfortable, not get caught up in the moment, try to do too much. You know what I mean? Saying to yourself, man, I'm going to shoot this three. I hope it goes in.
Yeah.
That's not what you want. You want flow, just like the regular season. But it's tough.
It is tough. It is. It's a different, it's a different atmosphere. The college gym, the shooting backgrounds are different. It's not the high school gym. And it's a whole different ballgame. The lights are brighter. Yeah, there's That's right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, some hardware involved.
I mean, New Oxford has to say, look, we are 18-5, and we earned our spot here. We beat. They play in I can't remember. They played Dover. We beat Dover and we beat DeLone Catholic, and those are both good teams to get here. And we've only lost 5 games all year, and we deserve to be here. And we're going to come out and show you what we can do. But again, that's easy for me to say sitting up here, and that's tougher to do down there on the big floor.
It's going to be interesting, and of course, at the end of the conversation, you still have one item we have not talked about, and that's the 3 guys standing right down in front of us in the black coats that are going to be in the stripes. Okay, it all depends on how they call it early.
That's true.
Are they going to call a ticky-tack, hand check? With the big floor here, you're going to get kids like Saxon going to get off and running and maybe get by you. You might reach out and grab her. All of a sudden, if they call that hand check, boom, boom, you got 2 fouls on somebody that doesn't need 2 fouls on them early. Can change the whole complexion of a game. So it's going to be interesting.
It will. And we're going to have the introduction of the Central starters and then the anthem, and we'll be ready to go. And we'll remind you again tomorrow night, 6:25 airtime for the boys, Northeastern and Central for the championship. Here from the Grumbacher Center as well will be the rubber match for those guys, each one on the other's floor. So this one's on a neutral floor. Then we'll see what happens. And Monday, looking ahead, we'll start our district coverage. We'll be in Spring Grove, New Oxford and Spring Grove. The Colonials had a nice season, but they're the 13 seed, and Spring Grove's the 4 seed. But the big question there is Darren Gordon going to be back? Or Drew Gordon. Darren won't be. Drew Gordon going to be back. He missed last night with pneumonia, so we will see. And that obviously made them a different team.
It did. And but with a couple of days to prepare, it might not be so tough in that first round. But
yeah, after that,
it was a shame last night because it did change, everything he wanted to do last night.
Yep, it sure did. All right, we're just moments away from the WellSpan opening tip. Now we'll get our national anthem. Alrighty, we are ready to roll after the anthem. Central, the home team tonight in the white uniforms with the black numbers and orange trim, and New Oxford in the red uniforms with the blue numbers and trim. And the college floor. And one interesting thing, Andy, we've got the high school three-point line and the college three-point line. There's, I guess there's, about 9 inches difference or something in there?
Yeah, I would say it's maybe a foot.
Maybe a foot, I don't know. So we'll have to make sure. That's going to be difficult probably for the players to make sure which line they're at, and the officials to make sure they're collecting.
Got to see which,
right.
which side that toes on.
Yeah, it's not a big difference, so we'll see.
I don't know which one it is if they use a trapping zone, trapping a full court, but like Coach Wisner said, it's difficult to trap on this big floor like this.
Tierra Preston will jump it against Haley Luckenbaugh. Central goes right to left in the first half. The tip is up, and Emma Saxton has it. And New Oxford's going to set up man-to-man. And Fabry has it left side to Valencic. She'll pop a three, and it is good. Wow.
I'll tell you what. She starts that again, and early.
Yep.
Now let's see what happens here. Man-to-man by Central.
Yep. And they have it to Caitlin Long at the top of the key, drives down the right side and takes it to the hoop. She backed down Emma Saxton. Nice little right-handed shot by Caitlin Long, and it's 3-2.
She backed her right down. It was kind of a half hook.
Yeah. They're looking for Preston in the post, but she was fronted that time. Now Valencic straight down the lane, but left it short. Rebound by Presley Berryhill, and she pushes it from behind. Preston gets the steal. Never saw her coming. And then stolen back by Brianna Sauter. Sauter to Long, backing it down again the other side between two defenders. Lost it out of bounds, and they just say no, there was contact but no foul, so it's Central ball.
And see, that's what you got to do. You got to feel them officials out. There was a lot of contact right there, and the young lady was looking for the foul.
Yeah, I thought she was going to get one, to be honest with you. But I think Long's going to attack, apparently. Yeah. All right,
can do that.
We have a zone here.
Yeah, they're going to mix it up.
1-2-2 maybe?
No, 2-3 it looks like.
Okay.
They're just they're bringing a weak side girl way up.
Okay, so Katie Fabry sets it up. Sarah Sepik, she had 4 threes the other night. Now she has it at the right, outside the arc on the right side. Now Fabry now in the near corner to Nixon Valencic. They're looking at Saxton in the post. Now they get it to her. Oh, she threw it for Preston, cutting down the lane, but threw it ahead of her, and that turns it over to New Oxford.
Kind of a hybrid because you got to, as long they can set up in a 2-3 zone, but as long as Sarah Sepik is out on that wing, they got to bring that back girl on the baseline up and guard her. You can't leave her sit there.
Brianna Sauter brings it up. It's 3-2 Central. They go to Caitlin Long at the top of the key. She kicks it over to Haley Luckenbaugh, drives
nice
to the
screen.
free throw line. They had a long in the post but couldn't get it to her. Haley still out front, dogged by Sarah Sepik, and gets it across to Presley Berryhill with Fabry on her, top of the key. And they'll reset. They got 4 across the mid-post here.
Yeah, they're going to run a set play here.
Screen by Long, left side now to Still. Haley Still on the dribble.
Pick and roll.
They did. And Berryhill now drives down the lane, puts up a runner from 6, too hard off glass, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in.
I tell you, that's what they do really well. Berryhill that time with the offensive glass.
Yeah. And Katie Fabry brings it up 4-3. New Oxford's first lead of the game. We have 5:45 left in the first quarter. They look down low to Preston, and she hits it. Nice entry pass that time from Katie Fabry.
If you're going to play that zone, you've got to get on the other side of Tiara Preston.
Brianna Sauter hustles it into the front court, gives it to Berryhill. Berryhill drives in the corner. Sauter faked the 3. Dribbles it back out, poked away by Saxton. And the ball is on the floor, but it is, we're going to have a held ball, and it's going to go to New Oxford. So Emma Saxton with the quick hands and the hustle.
You got to watch how you go. Right now, New Oxford doing more east and west. In other words, going side to side, than north and south. And I think what they got to do against the Central Bus, you got to go right at them. Catch, put the ball on the floor if the defender's stepping towards you.
Brianna Sauter to the right side. Fabry is there at the hash mark. Gives it in the corner to Long with Tiara Preston on her. Out front to Berryhill with Fabry slapping at it. Top of the key, Berryhill drives right side. Gives it up to Long. Long around the screen. Her jumper, it's a 3 off the back of the rim. No. Offensive rebound by, that was Lukaba that shot it. Long with the offensive rebound. And there's going to be a foul on, Nixon Valencic, her first, team's first. So Kaylin Long to the free throw line where she is 64% on the year.
Kaylin Long being real aggressive that time, going to the basket.
First free throw is good, and that ties it at 5, 4:59 left in the first quarter. And second one good as well. 2 good-looking shots there, and it's 6'5" Colonials.
If I remember correctly, she made a lot of them in the game the other night.
Yeah, I think she made her first 8 and ended up like 10 of 12 or something. In the far corner, Katie Fabry, low post to Preston. She's doubled, kicks it back out, but it's stolen by Haley Still. She gets it off to Sauter on the right side, pulls up from 15. That is short, though, and Valencic has the rebound, and then she was pushed in the back by Haley Still, so that'll be her first. And the team's first as well. Central ball. Well, we have 4:38 left here in the first quarter. The Colonials are up by a point. Andy, have they gotten through that period?
They got through that period. That foul was on number 4.
Oh,
Brianne Sauter.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, they did. I think they're playing really well. Now they're back in that zone. Last time they were in man.
Saxon on the right side in the corner to Katie Fabry. Low post again to Preston. Kicks it back out to Fabry for 3 off the back of the iron. No, and the rebound to Haley Still.
They're rebounding the ball well, and that zone helps them out with that.
They have a 4-1 rebounding edge right now, the Colonials. Still gives it over to Haley Lukaba, left side now to Brianna Sauter. She dribbles back out front, and Katie Fabry goes with her. Halfway through the first quarter, 6-5 New Oxford. Still on the right side, and Sepik out with her. Still nailed 3 threes early in our semifinal game the other night.
Yeah, she ain't going to get a good look, not from Sarah. Sarah going to be right in her shorts.
Brianna Sauter there now with Valencic on her. 5-second count is on. Sauter drives, baseline is cut off, goes back now to Long. Long drives in the paint against Saxton, puts it up, and they call a foul on Emma Saxton. So, again, aggressive drive.
Are they going to give her 2 shots?
I think so, yeah. She was going up, I thought.
Okay.
Thought she was. And that is Kaylin Long, who's been very aggressive offensively tonight. She's 2 of 2 and gets 2 more. And bottom of the net. 7-5 Colonials.
It doesn't seem you can give her that left hand again. That time Emma was right on her shoulder, but she was able to turn the shoulder and get going to the basket. Kid can shoot them.
Yes, she can. Second one is good. She has 6, and it is 8-5 New Oxford. 3:40 left in the first. And
back in the zone.
Fabry into Sepik. Right side, Emma Saxton. Skips it over to Sepik for a 3 behind a screen by Preston, and it's good.
And that's exactly what happened. Tiara Preston set the screen. Ball came back weak side. Sepik buried it.
At the other end, Sauter quickly now to Berryhill at the free throw line, and she pulls back. There might have been an opportunity to attack there, but Berryhill crosses over and out to Still for an open 3. Yes!
I tell you what. And again, that time that Sepik lost her, and she buried it. Wow.
Yep, still as she did early the other night, and it's 11-8 Colonials. 3 minutes left in the first. High post, Preston out to Saxton for three.
Well,
that's a little short. Rebound knocked out of bounds by the Colonials by Sauter, and it will stay with Central under their hoop.
This is if you're a New Oxford fan, this is exactly what you wanted to see in the first 8 minutes of this game.
Fabry gets it in left side to Sarah Sepik. Saxton at the top of the key. She dribbles now, pulls up from just beyond the free throw line and hits it. That was nice.
And it was. And what she did, she created her own shot in space that time. Took a step forward, then backed up and dropped that little 12-footer.
11-10 Colonials, 2:40 left in the first. Sauter gives it up to Berryhill, about 28 feet out on the right side. Long in the low post there, but Saxton fronting her. They swing it the other side to Sauter. And they got Lukabaugh. They got the twin post there. And give it to Still on the right side now.
See, this is where Still ought to take Valencic right to the basket.
Well, Caitlin Long has it out front now with Valencic. She spins against her, but goes back to Lukabaugh for three. Off the back of the rim, no. Rebound is battered around, and Saxton comes out of there with it. And she's got a clear path to the hoop, and Emma goes coast to coast.
Too easy.
12-11, Central back in front for the first time in a while. 2 minutes left in the first.
And it looks like in the half court, New Oxford's not real comfortable running into this set.
Berryhill with it on the right side, gets a screen, drives down the lane, pulls up from 8, and got the roll.
Berryhill, that's 4 for her in this quarter.
That was a nice shot, little runner from about 8 feet. And New Oxford retakes the lead, 13-12, $1:40 left in the first. Fabry over to Sepik in the corner now, Valencic for three, and does not get the roll, hit the rim twice, and Sarah Sepik able to get the rebound.
She's going to try it again.
And that was good. Right. That was Valencic.
Yep, you can't let her. You've got to come out. Yep. You talked about contested threes. That's the second time she had a clean look.
And she has two tonight, 15-13. Panthers retake the lead now. The other end, Sauter spins in against Valencic, and she traveled. Yep, she fed it to Haley Lukabaugh in the low box, but took an extra step first. So Panther ball leading 15-13, 1:14 left in a fast-paced first period.
Well, this is what you wanted. We got it. We got a good one on our hands right here.
Yeah. Fabry to the right side. In the corner, Sepik for three. Yes, we got to get out on her.
You can't do that.
Nope.
I mean, I'm not sure what the lack of contested jumper means.
Down at the other end. Oh, going coast to coast. It wouldn't go for Fabry. Blocked by an offensive rebound by Long, but blocked by Tierra Preston. And here comes Central. Wow.
And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point lead, and they're going to hold for one.
That was a good shot at the other end by Sauter, but it wouldn't drop. Come out to challenge.
And that's good. You got to come out and challenge. You can't let them just stand there.
Sepik with it. She's challenged by Still, and now Fabry with Sauter.
I don't think you have to worry about Fabry going to the basket. I'd come right up on her and make her get rid of it. Sarah's the same way. Sarah likes to set her feet and shoot that three. Now they're counting.
The clock is at 12 now, and Sepik gets batted away by Sauter. Sepik gets it back, right side Valencic. Now back to Fabry, clock
Sarah,
at 6.
You got to get out on her.
Saxton, she'll drive from the left side. Baseline runner from 10 is good.
Well done.
And that's the end of the first. Late run gives Central the lead, 20-13. Second quarter comes your way next.
Located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Your downtown York service center is Guerrero Motors. They specialize in state safety and emissions inspections. They feature ASE certified technicians, and they have technicians for all your diagnostic work. Guerrero Motors, your downtown York service center. Call to make your appointment at 843-9760. Your downtown York service center, Guerrero Motors, 100 East Princess Street, York.
Your County's, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal will take up to an additional 10% off their already low rates. Donegal, a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
If you're looking for a feast, the Great American Saloon in Red Lion is a feast for both the palate and the eyes. You walk through the entrance into authentic Western decor, including a real late 1800s back bar and an ambiance that puts you smack dab in the Old West at the height of the frontiersman era. Their creative menu features fresh seafood, steaks, ribs, pasta dishes, and much more. Book your next reservation at the Great American Saloon for parties and those special celebrations. Open Monday through Friday, 4 to 11, and weekends for lunch starting at 11. The Great American Saloon on Dairyland Square in Red Lion, 246-9548. Your teams all the time.
And out of the first quarter break, a three by Emma Saxton off the feed. Here's a three by Febreze. The Panthers got it back. That one off the back of the rim. No, but Saxton tracks it down, so it's 23-13. A minute into the second. Here's a baseline jumper. Won't go by Valencic, but an offensive board by Preston. And so Central's kind of taking over this game right now.
And they have, and it was mistakes, and there's a foul by New Oxford.
Presley Berryhill.
Okay.
Reach in.
And the problem is it's the mistakes, and they're not sure on the offensive end. They still don't seem to be, they're not sure what they're running in the half court. So that, and the other side of the coin is Central shooting the ball well.
Yeah, they are. Dalen Stabler checks in for New Oxford, the 5'9" sophomore replacing Haley Still. Saxton has it on the right side, drives, gives it up to Sepik, left side to Valencic at the free throw line extended. And Sierra Preston between the circles, now top of the key. Valencic, left side Sepik, looking to feed it to Preston on the low post. Couldn't get it, cutting through the lane was Fabry, lost it off her foot. Sepik picks it up and hits a three.
Unbelievable. She picks it up off the floor. She has 3 threes in this game.
Is that an assist? No, I guess not. It's 26-13, so they've doubled them. It was 20-13. Right. It was actually 13-12. So this is a 14-0 run by Central since about the last 2 minutes of the first quarter.
And see, here they are. They're standing around. There's nobody. That timeout in New Oxford. That's a good. I think that's a great timeout right there.
He's down 13. 6:10 left in the first half, and we're back after this.
Ready or not, winter driving is on its way. So allow the service professionals at Fink's Garage to check your vehicle to make sure it's ready for the weather that's sure to be coming. We can check your tires, coolant, belts and hoses, battery, and other maintenance needs so that you can be confident about your car for winter. Call Fink's Garage at 717-854-5175. That's 854-5175 to schedule your winter checkup. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Remember the big storm that blew through here last year when you weren't ready? Your shovels were broken, you forgot to get salt for the ice, and you and your aching back were just wishing you had gotten a snowblower. Well, True Value in Shrewsbury and Loganville says be prepared this year. True Value has new snowblowers throughout November, priced nice for preseason. Get a Troy-Bilt gas snowblower with a 208cc engine and a 21-inch path for only $399. Or try the 2-stage Troy-Bilt gas snowblower with 243cc engine and a 26-inch path. In November, only $699. Behind every project is a True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and Loganville.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Out of the timeout, New Oxford in the forecourt, and Brianna Sauter takes it hard to the hoop down the left side and draws the foul on Sarah Sepik. That's her first, the team's third, and the 5'5" senior Brianna Sauter on the line. For two, she is 66% on the year.
You know, they just too many mistakes early now in the game. They played well through the first 6 minutes, and then all of a sudden it just seemed to come apart. The other thing is they look very uncomfortable in their half-court set offensively, and their spacing's not good.
So 1 of 2, but the offensive rebound by Long puts it up and might have been partially blocked, and Fabry comes up with a loose ball. So it's 26-14, and Saxton weaving through traffic gets it to Sepik on the left side. She's set for 3. That rimmed off, though. Rebound, that's knocked out of bounds by Sierra Preston as she was battling with Berryhill, and it will be New Oxford ball.
But going back to what I said about New Oxford, right now, okay, Central's hitting on all cylinders right now. They look comfortable on the big floor, and like Scott said, he likes that. But New Oxford does not look comfortable on the offensive end.
They're setting up in the half court now. Berryhill, top of the key, right side to Sauter. They get it now long, down low to Long over Preston, but shot it way too hard. But an offensive rebound by Berryhill, and they'll reset. Right side to Kaylin Long now with Preston out on her. Long left-handed dribble. Top of the key now reverses with the right hand. Gets another screen. Top of the key gives it to Long, who dribbles down the right side, up and under, and draws the foul on Sierra Preston. And I'm sorry, that was Haley Lukabaugh who had it out there first, but Kaylin Long draws the foul.
That's a tough. Is that on Preston? Yeah, that's a tough foul on her. I thought Sierra had great position that time.
Long with that up and under move, kind of looks like it, and she missed going off the front of the rim. And Allison Wagner checks in for Central now for Nixon Valencic.
Well, I think that's a protect from that second foul. He's got a little 12-point lead here. He can afford to rest his starters.
Long second free throw is good, so she is 5 of 6, and it's 26-15 with 5 minutes left before halftime.
Right, but they've gone 3 minutes without a made field goal.
Foul on New Oxford near midcourt, and it's on Kaylin Long for the shove. It's her first and the team's third.
See what they're going to do now. They're going to, they got to stay. New Oxford, if you're New Oxford, you got to stay in your stuff here.
Sepik with it at the right free throw line, extended almost to the sideline. Now goes Allison Wagner beyond the top of the key, drives the free throw line too high for Katie Fabry, out of bounds, and New Oxford will have it. Still down 11 with 4:43 left in the half. Kaylin Stabler inbounds it to Brianna Sauter, who crosses the timeline on the York Spartan logo. Left side they go to Haley Lukabaugh. Lukabaugh looking for Stabler on the low post, can't get it there outside of Berryhill. It's knocked away, and Preston on the floor to try and save it, but it is picked up by New Oxford, and they dig it out of there. And Long, nice feed down the right side to Sauter, who hits the running layup.
And that time it was just somebody digging the ball off the floor, okay, and then you just keep playing. That's their first field goal at the 4-minute mark.
Little press, but Central handles it. They get it down to Preston low. She missed it. Might have been partially blocked, and Lukabaugh with the rebound. I think she just left it short.
I think she did.
And Long back. Long meets Saxon at the free throw line. Long stops because she should have kept going right there.
She's stuck.
Gets it back out to Berryhill. I think she had Emma on her back there. Berryhill with it out front with Fabry on her now. They go left side to Haley Lukabaugh. They're looking for Stabler in the post, and they had it. Yeah, I know. She was at position.
Who was the coach who told her that?
They get it down. Nice. Oh, the pass inside. Lukabaugh missed it. Gets it back, puts it up, and still won't go. And Sepik with a rebound this time. That was tough. 2 good shots.
Can't miss those.
No. Allison Wagner in the front court. Sepik right side set for 3. That's a little long, and rebound. Stabler had it knocked away. Preston picks up the loose ball, and Fabry gets it back.
A lot of contact there.
Yep. Fabry with it out about 25 feet now. Saxton, top of the key, drives, leaves it out for Wagner, and Preston about 35 feet from the hoop.
If you could see this, and if you're watching on Game Time, look at the spacing of Central's offense. And when you get to the other end of the floor, watch the red jerseys. There's no spacing like this.
Yep. Right side, Saxton at the free throw line, extended now, but Stabler was out on her. Wagner now to Sepik. Central being very patient. Left side, Saxton has a good look at a 3 and drains it.
Yep. She had her foot. The toe was on the college three-point line.
Yep.
So you college coaches out there, she can hit that one.
And it's 29-17 now. They try to feed it inside, but it was not hit by Sarah Sepik, they say. And Dalen Stabler could not believe that. She said it was absolutely hit by the defender and went out of bounds, but the official was right there, and he saw it differently. So, wow.
Scott Mouse was very definitive on his call that time.
And Presley Berryhill sits down for New Oxford as Haley still checks back in. Little press in the backcourt now. And Saxton gets through it, gets it to Sepik, right side to Wagner, down the lane, feeds it to Preston on the baseline, takes it up, partially blocked, gets it back, count the basket, and a foul.
She gets her own stuff, misses the first one, now she's going to get one. Number 3.
Dalen Stabler picks up her first, team's 4th, so Preston to the line to try and...
It was 9, and all of a sudden it's 14 again.
Yeah, New Oxford had a little bit of a roll there, and Katie Markle checks in for Central. So Preston trying to complete the 3-point play. She's a 55% free throw shooter, and that one's good.
She's tough inside.
Yep. So it's 32-17 now. Colonials need a run before the half here. Still with it on the right side. Dribbles to the top of the key. Back to the right side to Sauter. Sauter to the free throw line. Back to Still, who drives, kicks it on the baseline to Stabler. Her 15-footer. Yep, and rebound by Preston.
Preston just owns the glass right now.
Taken away by Kaylin Long in the backcourt, and she saves it. She drives into the paint. Off her foot. That was it's not going right now. Yep.
No. And the score is telling you. I mean, she just dribbled off her foot.
She was determined to take that up with taking it right into Preston and just off her foot. So in the front court is Wagner, now Valencic, and to Katie Markle. Back to Tiara Preston, right side to Markle. Saxton.
They can afford to be very patient. I mean, there's no issues here. They got a big lead. It's a championship game.
Near steal by
there.
Stabler, but Central gets it. And Preston with it now, off to Valencic. Timeout, Central. We'll keep it here. It's 32-17, 1:23 left in the half. So it was a close game for the first 6 minutes, but Central has really been on a run since about the 2-minute mark of the first quarter.
And it's almost like we said, the more experienced team right now is showing what they've got, okay? They're so much better offensively. Central, their spacing is wonderful out there on the offensive end. They got cutters going on. There's a lot of space in the middle. They're getting their three shooters open, and they're hitting their shots. The other end of the floor, it looks more helter-skelter. It looks like they're not quite sure what they want to do. They got three people on one side of the floor. It makes it a little difficult. You watch, create yourself a 10-foot box, and you see three red jerseys in it. It's tough to operate offensively like that. So right now, the more experienced team is doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
So Central will have it on the far sideline here as they go right to left in the first half, up by 15, 1:23 left in the half. Emma Saxton has it. Guarded by Dalen Stabler, gives it to Katie Markle, now to Allison Wagner and Nixon Valencic as they play catch out front.
And that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to just run it, look for maybe a layup. They're not stalling, but if they don't want to challenge them.
Shot clock.
Yeah, you're right.
And
I hear you.
Wagner over to Markle. Markle dribbles
it out.
Back
door. They missed Valencic on the back door.
Saxton with it to Wagner. And Preston near center court. Clock at 45.
So they've run about almost a minute.
Yeah. Markle out front, gives it up now to Wagner. Wagner to Saxton, almost lost it, gives it to Preston, and back to center court to Wagner and Markle and Saxton. Right side down, Nixon Valencic, clock at 25. Near steal out front. Oh, and they called the foul on Kaylin Long. That's 2 on her. That's tough. And that one, I mean, she reached in, but, Valencic had recovered the ball, so they didn't lose possession. I kind of wish they'd let that one go, but they didn't. So Long goes to the bench now, and
it's a foul. It's a foul.
Lauren Sloniker, 5'9" junior, replaces her. Saxton with it now, pulls it back as the clock is at 20. Central angling for the final shot of the half. Saxton dribbles, guarded by Stabler. Go to Sepik on the left side. The free throw line extended. Now Valencic between the circles. Drives down the left side of the lane and into traffic. Left it short. Rebound was loose. It was put in by Sloniker. There are 3 seconds left. They get it down to Barrio. Puts it up at the buzzer. Off glass. No. So we will go to half with Central up 32-17 over New Oxford. The girls York Adams League Championship on the line. Our halftime show comes your way right after this.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking. That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelera. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Asics, New Balance, Ryka, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention, many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes. Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the sportswear specialty store without specialty prices. Flying Feet sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York. just off exit 18 of I-83.
It's a family tradition. Their family name, Romberger's Appliance in South York, is York's hometown appliance store for more than 50 years. You get it all with top brand names like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, plus huge selections, great values, and unmatchable service after the sale. That's why Romberger's was voted the #1 family-owned appliance store by the people of York County. Associated with the largest buying group nationwide gives them the purchasing power to pass the savings on to you. Their professional sales staff will only sell you what you need and at the best prices too. With the best service and delivery, low prices, and a huge selection, it's a family tradition. Remember, if Romberger's sells it, Romberger's services it. Always above the rest in customer service. 190 Reynolds Mill Road, Leader Heights area of York. So before you buy anywhere else, shop Romberger's Appliances first. Your one-stop, low-overhead store where big savings are to be had every time. Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for the way it's made.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350.
It is halftime here at the Grumbacher Center at York College, and Central leads New Oxford 32-17. It's the girls' 2017 league championship. It was 2013 Panthers after one. They took a second quarter 12-4, and as you said a couple of times, Andy, New Oxford seemed to be struggling in their half-court offense.
They do, and they just don't look comfortable. Like I said, the spacing's not good. They're not getting any clean looks at the basket either from three or inside. I mean, Tara Preston's been a beast in the middle of the lane. She's kind of playing a one-man zone almost in there. It's not, but that's what it seems like. So they're getting out rebounded, and they're just getting outplayed on it in every aspect of the game.
Well, Colonials down 15 at the half. James Kunkel has some talking to do. We'll come back with our first half stats after this on the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Penn State York is a great place to start your Penn State education close to home. Penn State York offers 10 baccalaureate degrees, 8 baccalaureate minors, 5 two-year associate degrees, and 1 master's degree. The campus also offers the first 2 years of most of Penn State's more than 160 baccalaureate degree majors. But the York campus offers so much more than just academics. You can compete in intercollegiate athletics in 6 sports, 3 for women, 3 for men, as part of the Penn State University Athletic Conference. There are also 24 different clubs on campus, ranging from academic pursuits to photography to live theater to student government. And of course, you can be a part of FAWN to fight pediatric cancer. Whatever your interests, you can pursue them at Penn State York. And you'll have a prestigious Penn State degree to launch your professional career. Find out more at york.psu.edu. To apply, click on the green Apply Now tab at the top of the homepage. Penn State York. Everything Penn State, right here in York County.
Excuse me, I've never shopped here before. Which way to the deli counter?
Never shopped at Jerry's Great Value? I love this place. I'm practically Jerry's best friend. Selfie smile. Perfect, thank you.
Do I know you?
Maybe you know my wonderful World of Jerry's Facebook page?
No, I'll find a deli myself.
Here's a selfie of me and Jerry at the deli. That's me holding Jerry's out of this world chicken salad.
I don't see it, Jerry. You're alone.
Here's me trying to decide on one of Jerry's ready-to-go-home style prepared meals. See there? Lasagna, barbecue.
But no Jerry.
Well, Jerry's a busy guy. He smokes his own meats. In fact, here's one of me inside Jerry's smokehouse.
That's Jerry coming up behind you?
No, that's security. Turns out nobody's supposed to go inside Jerry's smokehouse.
He looks angry.
Those guys don't fool around.
Is that a selfie of you and Jerry at the checkout?
Yep, with my Jerry's Rewards card.
Oh, Jerry's Rewards. The points never expire, right? That's why I decided to shop Jerry's Great Value.
What are you, Jerry's best friend now?
Well, no.
Man, trying to help a guy find the deli and bam, he won't.
I should have found the customer service desk first.
Customer service? I got a selfie of me and Jerry at customer service.
Oh, boy.
Everybody's happy at Jerry's. That's right.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
All righty, welcome back to the Grumbacher Center at York College. It's halftime of the girls' York Adams League Championship Contest for 2017, and Central leads it over New Oxford 32-17. Time now for those halftime stats, and we shall start with the Colonials.
All right, Kaylin Long, she's 5 or 6 from the foul line, 1 field goal for 7 points. Presley Berryhill, 2 field goals in the first quarter, 4 points. Brianne Saunders, 1 for 2 from the line, 1 field goal for 3 points. And Haley Still hit their only 3 after the onslaught of threes they put up the other night. She had 3 points. They scored 13 in the first quarter, basically in the first 6 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah.
4 since then. So they've gone about 10 minutes of scoring 1 field goal and 2 foul shots.
That's not good, and that's why they're down by 15. Berryhill leads them with 3 rebounds. She has an assist, as does Long. Not a lot of stats here. I have 9 rebounds for New Oxford and 8 for Central. I mean, there haven't been a lot of shots taken, a lot of loose balls coming off of rebounds as well. So, all right for Central.
All right, Emma Saxton leads all scorers. 3 short, 2 long, 12 points. Nixon Valencic, what else? 2 threes, 6 points. Tierra Preston, 2 field goals, 1-1 from the line, 5 points. And Sarah Sepik, they lost her 3 times. She buried 3 threes. She has 9. They scored 20 in the first quarter and 12 in the second quarter. But they basically burned about, 3 minutes of that second quarter off just passing the basketball.
Close to it at the end, yeah. And the 7 made threes in the first half for Central.
Absolutely.
That's tough. So
that's tough. That's tough to play against.
It is. Preston with 3 rebounds. Katie Fabry has 4 assists. She's been hitting the people at the 3-point line, and they've been burying them.
Absolutely.
So that'll get the job done. So those are your halftime stats. Central 32, New Oxford 17. Hey, we have 16 minutes to the league championship. We're going to take a break, come back. Andy tells us what the coaches are talking about at halftime. We'll get you started with the third quarter right after this.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
My name is Lou Laviton. I own a company called Sparkle Wash. We're a professional mobile pressure washing company, and I've been a customer of York Traditions for 5 years. We have fuel cards, we have a credit card, checking, we have small business loans, and the credit card deposit account, and it's real easy to keep everything together on the online system. Small business owners have to be realistic. There are bumps in the road, cash flow, purchasing of equipment, and what's been really interesting with York Traditions is you call them in good times, that's always great, you do your reviews, but what's best is when you call them when things are rough and you need help, because these guys also serve as good advisors for small business, and you're not judged, it's simply working together for a good solution, side by side. When things are tough is where a bank will shine. It really is about building the relationship, and this is what York Traditions does. Small business has to appreciate that.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Your County's, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
All right, we're 90 seconds away from the second half opening tip for the Girls League Championship in Central York, which came within a point of winning it last year, lost on those final 2 free throws by, blanking on her first name, Dimoff, Don's daughter. Unbelievable. Well, she had 2 free throws with a couple of seconds left to give Redline that win, 35-34 over Central last year. So the Panthers looking to get the league title this year. They're up by 15 at the half. Andy, let's first talk about Scott Wisner. What was he telling his young ladies from Central at halftime?
Well, I'll tell you what, he's in a great position right now. He's in the driver's seat, telling him he's got no foul trouble. So just whatever the game plan he had coming in is working real well. He just told them, we've got exactly 16 minutes to get this hardware, that gold medal. Just keep playing with the intensity you're playing with. You don't have to force anything. We can be patient right now. And I think that's what he's preaching, patient and discipline. That's what he's got to do. Other side of the coin, Knoxford walked out of the locker room, did not like their body language coming out. They need to get a little fired up here and there's a little bit of juice in that step of theirs. They need to hit some threes. No east-west, go at them. They catch the ball square up, and if they're going to go to the basket, go to the basket. Don't hesitate, just pull the trigger. Let's see if they can get it done.
All right, there's your coach's pep talk, and New Oxford will have the ball to start the second half. They'll go right to left here at the Grumbacher Center, and Brianna Sauter will bring it up, and Nixon Valencic will pick her up. She crosses half court. Kaylin Long way out to set a screen there, and Saxton almost had a reach in there in the corner to Haley Lukabaugh, and to the post to Long, who drives, puts it up, contact, no call, and Preston with the rebound.
But you see how far away she goes? She went so...
Preston feeds it to Valencic, who tried to save it in. It comes back out to Sepik, left side to Saxton.
And that's saying every loose ball, it seems, going Central's way.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, Sepik got a three after a ball hit somebody's leg and bounced right to her.
Right.
Sarah, had a look at a three there. High post to Preston, right side down to Saxton. They're way off her, and she puts up a three and hits it. You got to get out there on her.
Yeah, but you know what? Right now, it's just I'm not sure she couldn't shoot from a second row of seats.
But there was nobody within 10 feet of her there. You got to get out and contest. Screen out front by Long with Berryhill, who crosses over down the lane with the left hand in the corner to Haley Still for three. That's well short, and rebound by Valencic.
And no rebound.
Nope. That's the one she was hitting the other night over at Dallastown, but tonight she does have one tonight.
Right. Well, I got her. Valencic?
Haley Still.
Oh, Haley Still. I'm sorry. Yes, she has one.
And Fabry holding it near center court now. Comes out in this challenge by Still. Goes to Saxton. Back to Fabry, right side to Sepik.
And he can be very patient against this zone.
Let's give it out front to Emma Saxton, just beyond the top of the key. Left side to Sarah Sepik. Now Saxton cutting down the left side. Bounces on the baseline to Valencic. Her 15-foot jumper won't go. Rebound to Brianna Sauter, but a steal by Sarah Sepik.
Well, actually, Emma Saxton is the one that tapped it away.
Okay. In the corner to Saxton now.
They got Tierra and Preston on a low block anytime they want her.
And the jumper outside will not go, but another offensive rebound by Preston, then the steal by Berryhill in traffic, and they're going to call the reach-in foul on Katie Fabry.
They were beating on her all the way down the court.
So it will be a Colonial ball under their hoop. They're down 35-17, 6:01 left in the third.
Something's good has got to happen for New Oxford. This one's going to be over in about 3 minutes.
Berryhill goes deep to Kaylin Long. Long at the high post, turns, working on Saxton, backs her down, takes it up, and counted, and a foul.
And that's what she wants to do. She just backed her down. That's what she's good at.
Yep. And that's 2 fouls on Emma Saxton.
Yeah.
So Kaylin Long will try and complete the three-point play. It's 35-19 right now. I think they get that to Kaylin Long all day. She can do that.
She can, but she's got to back. She's got to do exactly what she did.
Missed the free throw, and the rebound is batted, and there's Long's third foul over the back on the rebound by Saxton.
And that's a killer right there.
Yep, that's tough.
You got to understand where you are. Emma had the great position that time on her, and you just can't do that if you're going to stay on the floor. Now he's got to sub for her. No, I guess not.
Leaving her out there, a little press here in the backcourt. I think I'd get her out for a couple of minutes, but...
Well, see, and this is not going to be good here.
Note they're pressing, and they get it all the way over to Sepik, now to Fabry, low post to Valencic, feed it across to Preston, but threw it too high, so they get the turnover kind of out of that trap press, even though it was in the front court.
Well, that's what it's designed to do. You don't necessarily have to get it when you're trapping it in the full court right away.
Mm-hmm.
They got it all the way down the court and still threw it away.
Sauter to the right side. Now there's Long at the high post with Saxton on her. Turns, drives, gives it up to Steele, who has a lane down the right side. The layup came off. Man, how'd that come out? And a rebound by Sepik. Gets it off to Katie Fabry, and they run. It's a 3-on-2, left side to Valencic. She had some trouble handling it, so New Oxford's back, and there's a steal by Kaylin Long.
This could be interesting.
Long taking it to the hoop, and the left-handed shot is good. She goes coast to coast.
I'll tell you what, Long with some nice hands there.
And Saxton in the front court against the press, into the paint, pulls up from 10, got it. Tough shot.
And that's how you stop a run. You get it to your best player. She has 5 this quarter. There are only 2 field goals.
Sauter on the right side now, and Central is back. It's 37-21, 4:50 left in the third. Sauter spins in the paint out to Haley Lukabaugh for 3, off a little strong, and will go out of bounds to Central.
You know, that's the other thing that's happening tonight is a one and done for New Oxford.
Yeah, right.
It seems like one shot, nobody on the offensive glass.
It was a good look for Lukabaugh, but it did not fall. Now Stabler is coming in for Kaylin Long, so with the 3 fouls, she will sit for a while. And substitutions for Central is Allison Wagner, and thought I saw someone else come in. Nope, guess not. So it's a 16-point Central lead, 4:40 left in the third. Katie Fabry will bring it up, and they fall out of that press now. to Sepik at the free throw line extended right. Top of the key to Preston. And on the left side to Allison Wagner. Sepik back to Saxton on the right side, who works at one-on-one on Berryhill and gives it back up to Fabry.
Easy to be patient when you're leading 16. You're up 16.
You go low post now to Saxton up over Berryhill with a left hand. A man, it hit the rim 3 times, crawled in and fell.
7-4 in the third quarter. Emma Saxton against New Oxford.
They get it down quickly to Lukabot. Nice reverse layup by Haley Lukabot to protect from the block attempt by Tiara Preston. She used the rim.
And she would have got it pinned.
39-23, near steal, but a foul on Haley Still. Just a little late getting there. That's her first. 39-23.
This is not undoable.
No.
But the problem, here's the issue. The issue is on the defensive end for New Oxford. They got to figure out a way to stop them 1 or 2 possessions.
Yep. We're just over halfway through the third. 3:57 left. 39-23. They go in the backcourt to Fabry. Fabry one-on-one against Presley Berryhill. To the right side of the floor, gives it to Sarah Sepik. And almost threw it behind Allison Wagner, saves it near midcourt, or gets around Sauter into the paint. Tried to feed it to Preston, but it was kicked by a New Oxford defender, so it will stay with Central. Panther ball under their hoop, still up 16, 3:43 left in the third. It's the girls' league championship for 2017.
Even on a kick ball, it goes Central's way.
Yep. Saxton has it on the baseline with Stabler on her now. It's it to Fabry and out front to Sarah Sepik.
Great patience being showed by Central.
Left side to Saxton and now back to Fabry. Fabry to Sarah Sepik on the right side, sets a screen for her and right back to Fabry. They got Preston on the low post, knocked out of bounds though by Haley Lukabah, and it will stay with Central.
That's a tough pass to make. She was being front at that time. That lob pass into somebody of that size is difficult.
Yep, get it deep to Preston. And here's Saxton driving in the paint, feeds it to Preston down the right side, and she is fouled by Dalen Stabler. That'll be Stabler's second, and 2 free throws coming for Tiara Preston, who is 1 of 1 at the line tonight.
And this is where she shines. You know, they burned off about a minute of clock there. This game's flying.
It really is, and that limits the opportunities for New Oxford.
Absolutely.
First free throw is good by Preston, and it's now 40-23. Nixon Valencic in for Emma Saxton.
You know, we talk about it all the time. Every possession, you know, you respect the possession. If you come down and firing up threes.
Second free throw, no good. An offensive rebound by Valencic. Wow, you can't have that on a free throw. Valencic down the left side, blocked by Stabler, goes right to Preston. That doesn't go, but she gets the rebound, puts it back up and in.
Tiara Preston right now just owns the offensive glass.
Yep. And it is 42-23. That was a tough sequence for New Oxford. Sauter out front, give and go with Stabler, puts it up and in over Preston. That was a nicely run play.
Stabler?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's 42-25 at the other end. Taking it hard to the hoop is Valencic. She's going to get 2 shots. They're going to call the block on Haley Lukabah as Central got it out quickly. And that is first on Lukabah, and Valencic to the line. First time tonight, she's 72% on the year. 4
fouls right now. It's not going to bode well for New Oxford coming down. Valencic is good on the first one.
43-25 with 2:39 left in the third.
Wow, 2 more points and they double them up right now.
Yep. And that one rattles out. Rebound by Stabler. And the ball goes out of bounds, but it was hit by Central, and so will be Colonial basketball on the far side. Down by a ton, down by 18 with 2:35 left.
Body language not looking good for the Colonials right now. You got to keep competing.
Brianna Sauter brings it into front court, met by Allison Wagner. To the right side she goes, gives it up to Berryhill. Berryhill hesitation dribble down the lane, takes it up, and tied up by Sepik, and the ball comes out, and we're going to have a held ball, and it's going to go to Central on the alternate possession.
Of course it is.
Yeah, right.
When it's going right and you're playing well, and they are. Central now is playing really, really well.
Sepik inbounds it to Katie Fabry. Works it up one-on-one against Berryhill into the front court. Double team. Little help and gets it to Wagner. Wagner near the sideline gets it to Sepik. Left side to Nixon Valencic. And back out to Sepik.
And they don't need to shoot.
No, 2 minutes left in the third. And it's an 18-point Central lead.
Unless you get a clean layup.
Panthers just working it around the perimeter right now. Ball poked at by Berryhill, but it's saved. And there's a steal by Stabler. And we have a foul on Central.
I believe that's who you're going to get.
Correct. And that's her second.
But again, there's something to give them another possession. No reason to drive the ball in there, get it back out, set up again.
And Caitlin Long checks back in for New Oxford with those 3 personal fouls, so she will have to be very careful. But she's been their best offensive weapon tonight.
18 points down.
Yeah.
Minute 48 left. They need to score.
Yep. Brianna Sauter in the front court, picked up by Allison Wagner. Long comes out, sets a screen. Sauter gives it up to Still. Still, they've got Long at the high post. They lob it into her now in a low post, and she can't handle the pass. That was a tough pass, and it's picked up by Central.
Again, that lob pass is the most difficult pass, I think, in girls' basketball.
And Valencic, that's an offensive foul. Valencic threw the right hand out, and Haley Still hit the deck. And when you throw the arm out like that, you're going to get the call most of the time, and that's 2 on Nixon.
Yeah, but she's, 2 fouls, minute 28. She can sit there.
Oh, no question. But I think, when you throw that arm, they're going to get that call.
Absolutely, and you're in the open court like that. It's real easy to see that one.
All right, 1:25 left in the third. New Oxford needs to make a move soon if they're going to make it. They're down 18. Sauter crosses over, down the lane she goes, and a foul on Allison Wagner. And it's going to be 2 shots for Brianna Sauter. Reach-in foul on Wagner. Sauter 1 of 2 tonight, 66% on the year.
It's her first, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
15 foul, 4 on New Oxford. So Sauter at the line, 1 of 2 so far tonight. 5'5" senior guard. And that's good. Makes it 43-26 now. And Katie Markle checks in for Central and Lauren Sloniker for New Oxford.
It's the first time we've seen Sloniker in the game?
I think she was in for about a minute in the first half. Yeah. Okay. Second free throw coming for Sauter. And that's good. So she hits them both, and it's 43-27. A little press.
Little 16-point lead. They got the ball to Emma Saxon. She'll beat the double team.
And she does. Gets it ahead to Markle. Markle to Saxton, and Valencic down the left side. Layup rolled around, rolled out, rolled back in.
And when it's going good, It all goes good.
1 minute left in the third, back to 18. In the corner now is Presley Berryhill on the far side. Back out front to Haley Still. The left side is Sauter. Sauter on the dribble to the free throw line, backs it down with the left hand, puts it up. Nope, and a rebound by Preston.
They just have not figured out this defense of Central's, and it's nothing but a straight man-to-man, but a very good one.
Saxton in the front court now. I saw on the paper her brother Sam at Stroudsburg now, I think, or Bloomsburg, doing pretty well on the PSAT. Transferred from Lemoyne. And Sepik with it now. 25 seconds left in the period. Central, I'm sure, will try to hold for 1 here. And Valencic with it. To Sepik. Back to Preston. And to Emma Saxton. Right side to Sepik. Saxton, clock at 8.
Very patient.
Yep. Saxton in the corner now. Here is Markle. Her 3 well short. Grabbed by Still, but then lost it out of bounds. And it's going to be Colonial's ball with just 2 seconds remaining. So in the period, not going to be able to do much with the length of the court to negotiate from here and get it into Sauter, who will heave it from about 3/4 court, and it is short. Yep, we've played 3. It is Central 45, New Oxford 27. Final 8 minutes to the league championship coming up next.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great Best Jet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party platters with $18.93 deli items. Best Jet hot dogs go great with Best Jet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple Best Jet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of Best Jet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with Best Jet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Your downtown York service center is Guerreri Motors. They specialize in state safety and emissions inspections. They feature ASE certified technicians, and they have technicians for all your diagnostic work. Guerreri Motors, your downtown York service center. Call to make your appointment at 843-9760. Your downtown York service center, Guerreri Motors, 100 East Princess Street, York.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection. From the world's largest car insurer, see me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
If you're looking for a feast, the Great American Saloon in Red Lion is a feast for both the palate and the eyes. You walk through the entrance into authentic Western decor, including a real late 1800s back bar and an ambiance that puts you smack dab in the Old West at the height of the frontiersman era. Their creative menu features fresh seafood, steaks, ribs, pasta dishes, and much more. Book your next reservation at the Great American Saloon for parties and those special celebrations. Open Monday through Friday, 4 to 11, and weekends for lunch starting at 11. The Great American Saloon on Dairyland Square in Red Lion, 246-9548.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
All right, out of the start of the quarter, it was a turnover by New Oxford. They got it back, and Haley Lukabon, nice little drive into the paint and a little runner from 6 feet, and it's 45-29 Central, 30 seconds into the fourth.
And I just got a little text from one of the best around. It says New Oxford might need a half-court trap, not full court.
Yeah, they might. Sepik with it, and she gives it up to Saxton. Saxton on the left side drives, gives it to Valencic on the baseline, drives through, back out to Sepik. Top of the key was Markle, thought about it, didn't pull the trigger. Central, I'm sure, is going to burn as much clock as they can. Lob it inside to Preston. Nicely done by Valencic, and Preston with the layup.
Too easy. They don't have the size to front her, and you need that backside help.
Lukabaugh at the other end, and a long pass from Berryhill, and Lukabaugh with the layup. So they get it back, and a near turnover here, but it didn't happen. It's 47-31, and Katie Fabry in now for Katie Markle for Central.
See if this...
Against the press, they get it into Saxton now with Berryhill on her. Over to Sepik. Oh, she traveled, yep. She went to make a pass, saw a hand, and took the extra step. So New Oxford gets the turnover, but they're down 16, 6:45 remaining.
Now you got to make it happen. Every time you make them, you stop them, you've got to score. It's the only way you're going to get back in if you're New Oxford.
Presley Berryhill gives it into Sauter. Sauter to Lukabaugh on the left side with Preston on her. Lukabaugh to the free throw line, behind the back, down the left side, up over Preston, and good.
Tell you what, this kid's on fire right now. She's got 6 in this quarter.
And it's 47-33. Saxton against the press, dribbles right through it into the front court, down the lane, stop. Looked like she traveled, gets it to Valencic, though, hits the layup. Looks like Saxton took the extra step to me.
It did. It looks like she slid the pivot foot.
But they did not get the call, so it's back to 16 at 49-33. Low post, they go to Stabler, working on Sepik, puts it up, kind of lost it on the way up, and the ball comes out to Sepik.
And you got Valencic, or excuse me.
Fabry with it.
Right.
And in the front court now to Saxton. Down to 6 minutes left, 16-point Central lead. Preston right side to Fabry. And back to Valencic. Over to Sepik.
You got to force him to go back door. You got to overplay this right now. Timeout.
Timeouts. Yep, 5:47 left. The Panthers are up by 16.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great Best Jet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. Best Jet hot dogs go great with Best Jet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple Best Jet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of Best Jet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with Best Jet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Well, we have 5:47 left, and Central leading New Oxford 49-33, and the Colonials have tried to make a couple runs, but every time Central's had an answer.
But we talked about it here. I thought they had to make it on the defensive end. They really got to get more aggressive on the defensive end.
Yeah.
You can't let Central come down and burn 35, 40 seconds off the clock every possession. So, he's got to figure out something. He's got to figure out something to make him do it. I'm telling you, make him go back door. Come out and play him. Force the situation. Jump up in the passing lane and see if they'll make the pass back door.
So to Central basketball on the far side, they attack the basket to our right. Sarah Sepik to inbound it and goes to Saxton. Saxton to the free throw line down the lane, and her runner goes off glass.
That's just what the good ones do. Yep. I mean, there was nothing there.
Nope.
She muscled that one.
She went through two defenders. And Sauter at the other end, her jumper won't go, and Preston has her 9th rebound and traveling call at the other end under pressure by Kaylin Long.
Unbelievable. I'm not even sure I saw that.
So New Oxford will have it. Down 18 though, 5:32 left. Presley Berryhill goes deep to Kaylin Long. Long with Saxton on her at the top of the key now. Long looking to back it down. The double team comes from Preston. She goes the other way and draws the foul on Emma Saxton. That's 3 on
Saxton. On her, but
yeah,
with 5:25 left, she's too heady to really worry about it.
And Kaylin Long to the line for 2.
Kaylin Long been getting to the line a lot tonight, and she got to the line a lot the other night. I mean, this kid likes to get in there, and she can drain them when she does it.
Yep. Hits the first. It's 51-34. 5:25 left. Second one coming for the 5'9" senior. Hit them both.
This might be the quickest basketball game I've ever been involved in.
Yes, we're not quite an hour yet.
Really?
Saxton against the press, dribbles through it, feeds it to Valencic on the left side. Count the basket, and she was fouled by Haley Lukabaugh.
Too easy.
Yep, got through the press, and defense was not there. Lukabaugh's second, and Valencic to the line where she's 1 of 2 tonight.
Well, again, we talked about it that, that's what happens in the big floor. She has room to split that double team. Once she's in the open floor, you got to defend her. She's going to go to the basket, and she gets easy assist.
Haley still in for Brianna Sauter for New Oxford. So Valencic to the line now, the 5'9" junior, having a nice offensive night. And the free throw is good. She completes the three-point play, and it's 54-35. Now back to 19, 5:15 left. Right side, Berryhill in the paint, spins up against Fabry, left it short. Stabler with the offensive glass and the stick back.
Stabler staying with it. That's only her second field goal, both in the second half. And here comes Emma.
Saxton speeding up against the press into the paint and stolen by Lukabaugh. Lukabaugh with the good hands. She gets it now back to Long. Long in the front court, crosses over, takes Saxton down the lane and lost it. Off her leg, just lost it that time. That was tough. She had a lane to the hoop there, but
well, Emma's dogging her, so you got to protect it.
Lauren Sloniker in now for Presley Berryhill for New Oxford. Again, the full court press, 17-point Central lead, down to 4:50 left in the game. Saxton with it in the backcourt, gets it ahead to Fabry. Fabry right side to Sepik, and back to Saxton. Now Central will work some clock here.
That's what they've been doing the whole second half.
Fabry left side. Valencic now to Sepik. And back to Saxton. Saxton to Stabler right out on her. And Saxton has it knocked out of bounds by Long.
At least that time they were up in the passing lane.
Right.
It made it a little more difficult for her.
Clock down to 4:27 though. Central looking to get that league title. Eluded them by 1 point last season. And there's a steal by Long. Anticipated the pass. Long takes it to the hoop and hits it.
Long that time, no foul by Preston. That was a good situation for her. Just run alongside her. You don't have to get up and foul and give them the three-point play.
54-39, and there's a tie-up by Long. Held ball, and that's going to go to New Oxford. She tied up Saxton.
And that's the first time. That's the first mistake Emma's made tonight. Bringing it to the sideline, she needed somebody. She needs to get the ball to the middle of the floor. Now that's what she's been doing. That's probably one of the few mistakes she's made in this game.
Haley Lukabaugh at the top of the key, working on Preston. They go in the corner to Stabler. Stabler drives into the paint, takes it to the hoop. Now feeds it to Lukabaugh and got it.
Lukabaugh with 8 points in this quarter.
54-41. 13, and there's a foul by Stabler. Reach in against Fabry. That's Stabler's third, and on the team that'll be 6. 6 fouls each way, so we will shoot from here on in with 3:53 left.
So now the game could get a little long.
Yes, it could.
You got it down to 13.
They get it to Sewell, threw it ahead of Saxton. There's an interception by Still on the baseline. Sloniker's shot, rolled out halfway down. That's got to be a foul.
Yeah.
Oh, they're calling it on New Oxford. Oh, my goodness.
What? No.
Oh, no, okay, it was on. I thought he was motioning to New Oxford. It's on Valencic. It's her third. It had to be. She crashed, knocked Haley Still over, and Still will shoot the one-on-one. So they had the golden opportunity for the bucket, but they'll see if they can get it at the foul line here. Front end is good by Haley Still. She'll get the bonus. Her first free throw tonight. It's 54-42, 3:47 left. Second one for the 5'5 senior, and that is good as well.
Now you got to make your defense count. If you want to get back in this.
Sepik gets it into Saxton.
Can't let her get in the middle of the floor.
And she does, and gets it ahead to Valencic. Valencic down lane and hits the layup.
It's too easy.
Yep. 56-43, 3:35 left. Lukabaugh back. As Sloniker on the baseline. Feeds it low post now to Long. Puts it up against Saxton. Count the basket and a foul.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure how she does that. She went one way, looked like she was going to drop step to the middle, or spin to the middle, but she drop stepped and went baseline.
That is 4 on Emma Saxton, so Long trying to complete the three-point play. The 5'9 senior does.
Drains it.
And we have a timeout taken by New Oxford. We'll take it as well. It's down to 10, 56-46, 3:27 left to the league championship.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Remember the big storm that blew through here last year when you weren't ready? Your shovels were broken, you forgot to get salt for the ice, and you and your aching back were just wishing you had gotten a snowblower. Well, True Value in Shrewsbury and Loganville says be prepared this year. True Value has new snowblowers throughout November, priced nice for preseason. Get a Troy-Bilt gas snowblower with a 208cc engine and 21-inch path for only $399. Or try the two-stage Troy-Bilt gas snowblower with 243cc engine and a 26-inch path. In November, only $699. Behind every project is a True Value Plus in Shrewsbury and Loganville.
Central ball against the press. It's a 10-point game all of a sudden. Fabry has it in the backcourt ahead to Sepik. Sepik in the front court to Preston, so they break the press and did a good job of it that time.
But now if you're New Oxford, you can't let them stand there and play. You got to come out and play them now.
Preston with it, way out, about 30 feet out. And she's met there by Sloniker. They get it to Fabry. Fabry left side to Valencic.
See, it's too easy.
Clock at 3:05. It's a 10-point game. Preston Central will kill it. Oh, backcourt, and there's Saxton inside, puts it up and hits it.
And that's what happens if you do, but you got to do that. You can't let them stand there.
58-46, and New Oxford back. Lukabaugh out front with it. Goes to Still on the left side. They're looking for Long. Still drives and goes out to Lukabaugh. She puts up a three off the back of the rim. No, rebound to Saxton.
Oh,
Saxton pushes it ahead to Preston, who was ahead of the field, and Preston with the layup.
That might have been a backbreaker right there.
2.5 left. It's back to 14. It was down to 10. Lukabaugh in the paint, out to Long, left side to Sloniker. Lauren on the dribble. And it goes to Lukabaugh. Lukabaugh down the left side, takes it to the hoop against Preston, short, and rebound by Preston. Yeah, that may have done it right there.
Right there, I think it's, they made their little run, but you got to stop them.
In the front court, Sepik. Now Valencic turns, takes it to the hoop, and is fouled hard by Haley Lukabaugh. And that's going to be 3 on Lukabaugh, and 2 shots coming here for Nixon Valencic.
Kids played it again. Had a big second half. 12 points right now.
Missed it. And Preston Berryhill and Brianna Sauter check in for Stabler, and Sloniker did a good job off the bench for New Oxford.
They did, and there's no shame in getting beat by a better horse. And like we said, it was probably about a 12-point. About a 12-point spread in this game.
Second free throw is good by Valencic at 61-46. 2 minutes left. Long. And there's a foul, a hand check out front against Nixon Valencic. So it's going to be a 1-on-1 for Long. That's the 4th on Valencic. So she and Saxton with 4, but it's probably too late in the game to matter at this point. Stabler checks in for Sauter. And
Long has a really interesting stance for her foul shooting. Timeout, Scott Wisdom.
All right, we'll take it as well. It's 61-46 Central, 159 to the championship. We'll have it right after this.
Ready or not, winter driving is on its way. So allow the service professionals at Fink's Garage to check your vehicle to make sure it's ready for the weather that's sure to be coming. We can check your tires, coolant, belts and hoses, battery, and other maintenance needs so that you can be confident about your car for winter. Call Fink's Garage at 717-854-5175. That's 854-5175 to schedule your winter checkup. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOI.
Free throw missed, but Stabler with the offensive rebound, partially blocked by Preston, out of bounds off Preston though. So we'll stay with New Oxford with 1:56 left. But boy, you gotta score with the clock stopped if you're New
Long
Oxford.
missed that free throw.
She did.
One of the few times she missed.
Yep. Presley Berryhill checks back in. They go to Long at the high post. Kaylin, cutting through the lane is Still, who hits the layup. Nice pass.
Still competing, and that's what you got to do. But now you got to make them give it up.
Yeah, 61-48 down to 144. Saxton in the front court, and a near steal, I should say. We have a held ball. This one's going to go to Central on the alternate possession.
Really?
Yes.
Absolutely. But I mean, now all of a sudden, they're jumping. They got a little energy in their defense.
Yeah.
Where was this in the first 3 quarters?
Yeah. Dalen Stabler in for Berryhill for New Oxford. Katie Fabry will inbound at far side for Central. And she gets it into Sarah Sepik. Sepik with Sauter there, goes to Preston, right side now to Saxton. Saxton with Stabler on her. 1:32 left. Saxton to the baseline and pulls it back out. And they'll reset and run the clock down to 1:22. Preston with it. They're going to have to foul somebody here. And Sepik with it. Now near steal, but Saxton keeps it. And Stabler on her. It's it off to Fabry, and I think we have a foul called on Haley Still. It is her second, and they'll put Katie Fabry on the line. Her first trip tonight. This will be a 1-and-1. She's 33% on the year, so they picked the right person statistically.
She hasn't scored tonight. Really only have 4 Central players that have put the ball in the hole.
Berryhill in for Stabler for New Oxford, and this will be the front end of the 1-and-1 coming for the 5'6" sophomore Katie Fabry. Puts it up and got it.
Nice
free throw. Yep. Gets the bonus at 62-48. Now just 70 seconds left, so I'm going to put 2 nails in.
Yeah, I think you got both of them in.
And the hammer's ready to hit the third. There is second free throw by Fabry.
Now you start pouring 4 inches of concrete on top.
Sauter over to Berryhill. Berryhill into the paint, cut off by Sepik. Ball's loose, and Preston comes away with it. So that really will do it there. And
yeah, this one's over.
Inside of it, there's a foul committed by Lukaba, and they'll put Saxton on the line. Haley's 4th. And Emma Saxton, first trip to the line tonight for Emma.
Yeah, well, Emma's played it smart, giving up the assist when she needed to. I mean, she's got...
And James Kunkel's going to get some of his players out of there, as we see for the first time Sierra McGonnell checking in, and Ashlyn Naylor and Presley Berryhill and Haley Still will come out.
23 points, or excuse me, I think it's 23 right now for Emma.
And the front end is good. She'll get the bonus. She is an 81% free throw shooter.
Absolutely. Of course she is.
Second one to come for the 5'9" senior. That one's good as well.
And that's just a straight 25 points for this kid right
there
now.
There you go. And 55 seconds left. That's 10 above her average. That's a money player, right? Coming up big in the big game.
In a big game, that's what you do.
High post to Long. Speaking of money players, her scoop shot is good in the paint. She has played a nice game tonight as well.
She's a nice player. She's giving it all.
Yep, just not enough as Central is going to win this thing and celebrate the league championship they so narrowly missed last year. Saxton into the she traveled in the front court, but just 33 seconds left, and the Panther fans can start to celebrate now if they want to, as Sepik sits down and replaced by Megan Conway, a senior, get on the floor for the last 33 seconds of this game.
That's excellent, getting some kids off the bench.
Sierra Magano gets it into Brianna Sauter, who will bring it up against Saxton. Sauter to the right side to Naylor. Naylor back out to Still. Still to Sauter to the free throw line. In the corner they go, and the shot put up by Naylor. Three will not go. Rebound is batted around. Naylor gets it, and they'll take another shot at it here. And get it out to Still. Clock down to 10. Still's three over Preston. Preston might have gotten a finger on that. And it's pulled in by Valencic, and that's all she wrote. Final second ticks away, and Central is your 2017 York Adams League Girls Champion, defeating New Oxford 65-50. Congratulations to Scott Wisner and the Panthers. We will have our post-game show for you right after this.
Tuesday, February 28th, get your Fosnots made the old-fashioned way by Maple Donuts. Wonderful good, just like Grandma used to make. So hurry up once now, because we're just making a limited batch. Then you won't be left out when them Fosnots get all. Come on now, once Tuesday, February 28th, why Maple Donuts and get your Fosnots. Oh, and P.S., they're available now through Tuesday at any Maple Donuts location. Pick up a box for your friends and family too, you hear? Maple Donuts, why they taste right now. Maple Donuts taste right.
Between car payments, repairs, and the price at the pump, it can feel like your car is going to drive you out of house and home. Fortunately, Donegal Insurance Group can make keeping your car on the road more affordable. That's because for safe drivers, Donegal delivers rates that are among the lowest in the state. To find out how much you can save, call your neighborhood Donegal agent today. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
We cannot tell a lie. Nobody does a President's Day sale like Smith Village Home Furnishings.
Come to the Village, Smith Village, where comfort and style are coming home.
Don't miss your chance to get in on a huge selection of savings. Get a three-piece sectional, $12.99. A power reclining sofa, only $8.99. A beautiful six-piece bedroom group, now $9.99. Comfy Serta mattress sets, now just $4.57. The savings you'll find in every department are nothing short of monumental. Many of these items are at their lowest prices ever. So come to Smith Village now and exercise your right to save. Plus, just for this sale, Smith Village is offering 3-year special financing, or take an extra discount off Smith Village's lowest sale prices. See store for details. Fellow citizens, the time is now. Step into the Smith Village showroom, feel the comfort, see the style, cash in on the savings. Hurry, sale ends February 26th. Shop the incredible President's Day sale going on now at Smith Village in Jacobus, just 5 minutes off the Leader Heights exit of I-83.
See the selection at smithvillage.com.
When it comes to better vision, one name comes to mind. Weaver Eye Associates.
Here's what patients are saying about Weaver Eye Associates.
They're modern, updated. They have something for everybody. Very impressive. Very impressive. The technology is amazing.
I have the vision I have today, thanks to Dr. Weaver. They made my first time wearing glasses a very comfortable experience.
Great selection. They treat you really well.
I like that they're very nice.
My family doctor retired, and I was looking for a family atmosphere. And when I came to Weaver, that's what I found.
Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates.
Weaver Eye Associates in East York, West York, and Dallastown.
Our focus is on you. Weaver Eye Associates.
Visit us on the web at weavereye.com.
Your teams all the time. York's own voice for local sports. Sports Radio 1350
And back at the Grumbacher Center, they're handing out the silver medals to New Oxford. Andy as Central wins the girls' championship 65-50. James Kunkel is handing out to his assistants, Megan Stewart, one of your former players. And, you know, I think New Oxford, they came out, played well early, really got routed in the second and third quarters. Made a run, got it down to 10 here in the fourth quarter. And as we were talking in one of the breaks, they're a 5A team. They're the number 3 seed in District 3 5A. I think in that level, they can compete.
You know, they're going to have to hit some threes.
Yeah.
Defensively,
right.
defensively, you know, in a 5A team, you know, they win a first game. I think, you know, maybe a second game. They get up to the Giant Center. That's a big floor.
That is. That's
space.
right. Yeah.
You know, I
that's
mean,
true. Yep.
That can really, that can really shake you. But they played well. You know, like I said, there's no shame in getting beat by a better horse.
Right.
And that's what happened tonight.
That is absolutely what happened tonight.
buzzsaw.
They did. So congrats to Central. As we mentioned several times, they were 1 point away last year. They get the championship this year. So, you know, a lot of these girls played together for a long time, and they are getting their gold medals now from head coach Scott Wisner and AD Marty Trimmer. We'll take a break, come back with our final stats after this.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection. From the world's largest car insurer, see me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Here's something everyone needs to think about. Who helps prepare your taxes? Is it the same person who gives you investment advice? It probably should be. It should be someone who knows how to get the best return on both. Someone like Jeff Zunick with Zunick Advisory Services.
Hi, I'm Jeff Zunick, a longtime York County resident with over 25 years in the financial services field. A lot of folks come to me for the first time simply because their taxes get a little too complicated. They've often been doing it themselves or turning to one of those brand name services. I start by helping with their taxes, of course, but then as we look at their savings, I'm able to help even more. After all, how you invest your savings directly impacts the amount of taxes you pay. And who doesn't want to save more while paying less? Maybe I can help you. Call me, Jeff Zunick, right here in York at 764-8992.
Zunick Advisory Services, because your tax advisor should also be your investment advisor. Call Jeff at 764-8992.
Hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Ford celebrates 40 years of leadership, and that means Bayshore and Kohler Ford is celebrating all Ford owners with big savings. Here's a new 2017 Ford Fusion S with total savings off MSRP of $4,301 in discounts and Ford rebates. Sale price now $19,209. Total savings $4,301. Here's a new 2016 Ford Focus four-door sedan S with total savings of $7,280 in dealer discounts and Ford rebates off MSRP. Sale price $11,915. Total savings $7,280. Hurry, these offers will end soon. 40 years of leadership mean 40 years of loyal owners like you. If you can get the same vehicle at a better price with superior personal service, why would you buy anywhere else? Get more. Be sure at Bayshore and Kohler Ford in Manchester. Just 3.5 miles from York and 15 minutes from Edders. Offers end February 28th.
Bayshore and Kohler, get more at Bayshore at Bayshore.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
And back at the Grumbacher Center, Ron Room and Andy Bria here as Central prepares to cut down the nets here as they win the girls' championship 65-50. Congrats to them. They go to 22-2 on the year. Coach Scott Wisner and the young ladies. And 18-6, New Oxford will head into the district playoffs next week as well. So let's get our final stats. We'll start off with the Colonials of New Oxford.
All right, Kaylin Long, 6 field goals, 8 of 11 from the line. She led all New Oxford scorers with 20 points. Haley Luckenball, 5 field goals, all in the second half, 4 of them coming in the fourth quarter. She had 10. Presley Berryhill, 2 field goals, 4 points. Brianne Saunders, 1 field goal, 3 of 4 from the line, 5 points. Haley Still, 2 field goals. They only had 1 3 tonight, 2 of 2 from the line, 7 points. Dalen Stabler, 2 field goals, 4 points. They had 18 field goals, but only 1 3. They were 13 of 17 from the line, but came up short with 50.
All right, and 2 players led them in the rebounding, but only 3 apiece. Stabler and Berryhill, each 3, and Berryhill and Long with 2 assists. Kaylin Long also had 3 steals. She played a good game tonight.
Yeah.
All right, for the go ahead.
Victoria's Central York
go ahead.
Panthers. Emma Saxton, number 20, 10 field goals. 3 of those threes, 2 for 2 from the line. They came at the end, 25 to lead all scores. Nixon Valenchik, I'll tell you, this kid can play.
Yeah.
7 field goals, 2 of those threes, 3 of 5, 19 points. Tiara Preston, a very quiet, 4 field goals, 2 of 3 from the line, 10 points. Katie Fabry, 2 for 2 from the line, 2 points. Sarah Sepik doing what she does. 3 threes, she had 9. They had 24 field goals, 8 of them were threes. 9 of 14 from the line for 65.
Yeah, all right, and rebounding-wise, Tiara Preston, the 5'11 junior, had 10 to lead him in that category.
Double-double.
Yeah. Katie Fabry had 4 assists. Emma Saxton had 3 assists, and that's your stat lines for the Central York Panthers, who win at 65-50 as they prepare to get their pictures taken, and they'll cut down the nets here. We will take our final break and back with our player of the game right after this.
Golfers, Briarwood is now accepting registrations for the 2017 Evening Golf League season. The Monday through Friday evening leagues consist of 2-player teams playing against teams of similar abilities with handicaps. Friday evening offers a 2-person couple scrambles league and a 2-person men's league. Regular season matches begin the week of April 3rd, then continue through the middle of August with playoffs immediately following. Leagues start play at 5:30 with a shotgun start. Briarwood leagues offer the most course variety with 4 different nines at Briarwood East and West. Briarwood has over 25 years of experience running leagues providing fun and enjoyment for all golfers. Before your round, warm up on Briarwood's driving range. After play, relax with friends and enjoy yourself at the Briar Patch Sports Bar. Check out the new and used equipment to improve your game at our well-stocked discount pro shop. Briarwood's PGA professionals will fit you to a tee. Join the fun. Call 792-9776 to register your team for the area's best golf leagues at Briarwood. Or check us out on the web at briarwoodgolfclubs.com.
Give the gift of relaxation with a gift card from Serenity Spa and Salon at Heritage Hills, the perfect place to unwind after the holidays. York's largest full-service spa and salon, Serenity Spa offers a wide variety of traditional spa services, including massages and facials, a full range of body treatments complete with a delectable scent of your choice, or create your very own package. Gift cards can be purchased at the salon located at 2700 Mount Rose Avenue or by going to serenityspayork.com.
My name is Bob Innerst. I've been a York Traditions Bank customer since 2008. One of the things that I like about York Traditions Bank is that I know everyone is right here in the York area and everybody's local and the decisions are made, right here at the bank. So I feel very comfortable if I need a loan or if I have a question about anything, I'm going to get the answer from the people right here. Because we live here too means that they share a lot of the same concerns that I do. I know that they give back to the local community, and it really makes a difference. They're invested here, and that's important to me. I now tend to measure other businesses that I deal with the level of service that I get at York Traditions Bank. I feel that York Traditions Bank never takes my business for granted. I highly recommend York Traditions Bank to anyone.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Live local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
All righty, we're back at the Grumbacher Center for the final time tonight, and for our Central cutting down the nets. Those of you on Game Time see there Sarah Sepik up on the ladder, and time for our Heritage Hills Player of the Game.
Yeah, and this one was pretty easy, all right? I mean, they all played well, but Emma Saxton, that's their leader. 10 field goals, 3 of those were 3-pointers, 2 for 2 from the line, 25 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. Basically handled the press, the full court trap that they were in. She makes it all happen, and she did a great job tonight leading this Panther bunch to that, cutting down the nets.
Absolutely. So congratulations to the Central York Panthers, the girls champions for 2017, to the Strains of Queen, and we are the champions here. tomorrow night we'll be on the air sometime once we get in here, and so we'll be on sooner or later, probably later than sooner tomorrow, but we'll do our best. We'll have Central and Northeastern for the boys championship. That should be a dandy. They split in the regular season. Northeastern won the earlier game. Central, we said down the stretch, Central beat Spring Grove and Northeastern on the road. They've been playing very well of late.
They have, and they've done some different things against different teams, and I like that ability to change styles. First couple of times we saw him, we didn't see him going inside the Zulata. And then all of a sudden, we're going inside the Zulata. We're actually running plays to get the ball inside. So he can switch it up. It'll be interesting to see what he brings to, to the court tomorrow night. Now, the other side of the coin is, open them stable doors and let them horses run. And a big floor.
Yeah, that might be.
You got some athletes. Fred Mulba can. Throw a couple of Julius Irving dunks down from the foul line at 5'9",
right.
okay?
I know.
Julius had arms 5'9".
Yes, he did. That's right. Well, it should be interesting. And Andy raised the point. We were trying to think, when was the last time that the same school won both the boys and girls in the same year?
And it's a possibility.
It is a real possibility.
They're playing, so
Well, yeah, and I can't recall. West York, I don't think it was the same year. I think the boys might have won it, and the girls the next year around 2007, 8 in that. I don't think it was the same year, and I can't think of anybody else that. I don't. Red Lions girls were always here. Their boys were pretty good early in the O's, but I don't think they ever won it the same year. We'll have to check. We'll check. We'll try and get that tomorrow.
For you historians out there who are listening, we got some real diehards out there.
Okay.
Somebody pull it out.
All right.
Let me know.
Let us know.
Let us know. All right.
All right, that's going to wrap it up here again. Our final Central 65, New Oxford 50. Congratulations to the Panthers, the girls 2017 York Adams League champions. Tomorrow night, somewhere around 6:25, we'll be on the air, Central and Northeastern for the boys championship here from the Grumbacher Center. Now for Leif Johnson on the video for Game Time, Jim Harden, as always, pushing all the right buttons back at the station, and my partner Andy Bria. I'm Ron Ruman. Thanks for listening, folks, and you have a good night.
Thank you for listening to WOIK's High School Basketball Game of the